Come to next concept. Next concept in biotechnology. Next concept in biotechnology, that is the action of endonuclease. Mechanism of action of endonuclease. Endonuclease is the type of restriction enzyme. Here the restriction enzymes which are classified into two different types, exonuclease and endonuclease. The major function in the case of biotechnology, particularly in RNA technology, its function is very important. The major function of the endonuclease is very important. Endonuclease cuts the DNA at their specific sites. Cut the DNA at their specific sites. Usually, that endonuclease inspect the whole DNA, inspect the entire DNA. Endonuclease inspect the entire DNA and identifying palindromic sequences and cut the palindromic sequence at sugar phosphate backbone of both the strands. Sugar phosphate of both the strands in the DNA. The first, the character of endonuclease, inspect the whole entire DNA and identify palindromic sequences, and then cut the palindromic sequences of both the strands at sugar phosphate backbone. Then there is a formation of single stranded strands of DNA, which are hanging over. These are the characteristic features of that endonuclease. Suppose it is the DNA material. This DNA, suppose it is vector DNA. That vector DNA having palindromic sequences G, A, T, C, the palindromic sequence, and then a strand opposite to this strand, the nucleotide bases. Opposite to that is G, C, opposite to that A, T, A, G. These are the palindromic sequences are present in a DNA. Usually, the RNA or endonuclease identify this kind of sequences, palindromic sequences, and cut the DNA. Here is one of the endonuclease that is called as EcoR1 is the endonuclease. EcoR1 identify the palindromic sequence and cut the DNA at palindromic sequence, particularly at the region of G, in between G and A, particularly that S, and means sugar and phosphate backbone is fitted in this portion. And one more DNA that is called as foreign DNA. Here that foreign DNA is also having the sequences, base sequences, which are considered as GA C. These are the sequences which are considered as palindromic sequences. Here also the EcoR1 cut the DNA, EcoR1 cut the DNA between G and A. Here also the same enzyme cut the both the strands. Here this portion, this DNA is cut by EcoR1. Then there is a formation of, then there is a removal of this portion. This portion is removed. This portion, particularly this DNA, foreign DNA. Here this is the part is cut open. This portion is cut open by EcoR1. Then there is a formation of the strands which are here there is a G, here C, T, T, A. It is the overhanging single stranded DNA, and in this DNA here the sequence of bases which are remains A, T, C, here G bond. These are hanging, overhanging DNA strands which are formed due to the activity of endonuclease or EcoR1. Here the head is the vector DNA, it is the foreign DNA. In the process of biotechnology, the process of RDNA technology, this strand is joins to this strand. This strand negates to this strand, and afterwards it is the DNA of vector DNA C, T, A, and it is the part of another DNA here. A, T, C, here G. In these two strands of DNA, which are ligated by DNA ligase enzyme. The two strands of DNA joined, ligated with the help of DNA ligase enzyme. Then there is the formation of a DNA. The new DNA is formed. This DNA is called as rDNA. Recombinant DNA is produced. For the formation of recombinant DNA, two enzymes which are very necessary. One is DNA ligase enzyme and EcoR1 and endonuclease. Endonuclease enzyme is very important for breakdown or digestion of strands of DNA or cutting of DNA at their specific sites. Therefore, the endonucleases usually called molecular scissors. But DNA ligase joins two different strands of DNA. Therefore, the DNA ligase is called as molecular stitcher. It is molecular stitcher with the help of endonuclease and molecular stitcher, that is DNA ligase. The new DNA is produced. That DNA is called as rDNA technology. rDNA. For that rDNA technology, this kind of DNA is very important for gene cloning. For the purpose of gene cloning, rDNA is very necessary. Therefore, here the rDNA formation takes place with the help of endonuclease enzyme. enzyme. Therefore, it is the one that is called as mechanism of action of endonuclease. So it is the diagrammatic representation in our textbook. It is the DNA. It is the DNA. This DNA is called as vector DNA. The vector DNA having the sequence of bases called palindromic sequence. Palindromic sequence GAATTC. Here CTTAAG, which are the palindromic sequences. Palindromic sequence, and one more DNA that is foreign DNA. Foreign DNA. It is the DNA. This DNA is also having palindromic sequence GAATTC and opposite letters. Here EcoR1. EcoR1 is the endonuclease. That EcoR1 cut the DNA of both the strands between G and A, particularly sugar and phosphate backbone is cutted by EcoR1 in both the strands. Foreign DNA and vector DNA, which are cut open by EcoR1 are endonuclease. Then, after the removal of the palindromic sequence of one strand, then that strands which are overhanging, then there is a formation of sticky ends which are formed. Sticky ends. Here also one more DNA, single stranded overhanging stretches which are formed, overhanging stretches, and then there is a formation of sticky ends. These sticky ends of both the DNA which are joined here, DNA fragments joined at sticky ends, then there is a formation of recombinant DNA is formed. It is the mechanism of here. Recombinant DNA is formed with the help of one more enzyme here, that is called as DNA ligase enzyme. DNA ligase. Therefore, DNA ligase is called molecular stitcher. Here the enzyme cut both DNA strands at same site, that is GAATTC. The EcoR1 cut the DNA between G and A. G and A backbone is cutted by REN. Then there is a sticky ends which are formed. Both the sticky ends which are joined. Then there is a formation of recombinant DNA. Recombinant DNA is very necessary for gene cloning in RDNA technology. Next, separation and isolation of DNA fragments. Separation and isolation of DNA fragments. The separation and isolation of DNA fragments on gel plate, called gel electrophoresis. Separation of DNA fragments. Separation of DNA fragments on a gel plate. That process is called gel electrophoresis, or the process of separation of DNA fragments on a gel plate. That process is called gel electrophoresis. Generally, the term that is called as from cells or tissues. From cells or tissues, the DNA is isolated. The DNA is separated from the cells. DNA is separated. After the separation of DNA, the DNA is cut to produce number of fragments. With the help of REN, restriction endonuclease. Restriction endonuclease cuts the DNA into number of fragments or rocks. Usually, the DNA fragments which are negatively charged. DNA fragments are negatively charged, hence these DNA strands which are moved towards positively charged anode in electric field. In that electric field, here usually the DNA fragments which are negatively charged, hence the DNA fragments which are moved towards positively charged anode in a electric field on a medium or a matrix. Here medium or matrix, usually that matrix that is called as agarose gel. Here matrix is used or medium is used or agarose gel is used for the separation of DNA fragments. Usually DNA fragments were always negatively charged, which are moved towards anode in a electric field on a medium or matrix. Here the matrix chemically made up of, or agarose gel is chemically made up of N polymer of natural polymer of D-galactose and 3,6 anhydro L-galactose. Medium or matrix chemically made up of natural polymer of D-galactose, and 3,6 anhydro L-galactose is the chemical name of matrix. Here, this matrix is extracted from agarose gel, extracted from seaweeds. Agarose gel extracted from seaweeds. Here the DNA fragments which are separated on matrix or agarose gel. It is the plate on which presence of agarose gel chemically made up of N polymer of D-galactose and 3,6 anhydro L-galactose. Here in this electric field, occurrence of wells. Here the wells which are present on this plate, presence of agarose gel. Inside the well, the sample is loaded. In that sample, presence of cutted DNA. Here there is this sample occurrence of the DNA fragments. Here the DNA fragments which are always negatively charged, therefore the DNA fragments are moved towards positively charged anode. Therefore the DNA fragments which are separated based on the length of the DNA fragments. The separated DNA fragments. Here the DNA fragments were separated. DNA fragments were separated on a gel plate because of that sealing property of agarose. Because of that sealing property of agarose, the DNA bands which are DNA fragments which are separated based on the length, and afterwards the separated DNA bands visualized by separated DNA bands are visualized by a staining with ethidium bromide. Ethidium bromide is one of the chemical. The chemical is treated or stained to that of a separated DNA bands, and followed by exposure to UV rays, followed by exposure to UV light, then the DNA bands which are visible in the form of orange colored bands. That orange colored bands which are separated from gel piece. The RNA bands which are separated from gel piece. That is the process that is called as elution. Elution is the process in which the separation of DNA band from the agarose gel piece. That process that is called as elution process. It is the process here that after the separation, after the extraction of DNA fragment, after the separation of DNA fragments from the gel plate, from the gel base, these DNA fragments which are very necessary for the formation of rDNA, recombinant DNA, for the purpose of gene cloning. Gene cloning in a rDNA technology, in genetic engineering technology. What is that? This process is very necessary. That process is called as gel electrophoresis. Separation and isolation of DNA fragments on a gel plate. That process is called as electrophoresis. Here gel is used, therefore this process is also called as gel electrophoresis. For the visualization of DNA fragments, one of the treatment is very necessary. One of the chemical staining is very necessary. That chemical is called as ethidium bromide. After the treatment of ethidium bromide, the DNA bands which are visible like RNA bands, the RNA bands which are separated, or DNA bands which are separated from the gel piece. That process is called as elution process. See, it is the diagrammatic representation in textbook. That is the typical agarose gel electrophoresis showing migration of undigested and digested sets of DNA fragments. Here gel plate on which occurrence of wells. In a wells, the sample is loaded. In that sample, occurrence of DNA fragments. The DNA fragments which are separated on agarose gel, largest and smallest DNA bands which are separated. DNA bands which are separated on agarose gel under electric field on a medium on a medium. This whole process is called gel electrophoresis.